Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Parental Vision Podcast. I'm your host, Tiana, and today we have a very special guest. She is a mother and a business owner, and her name is Lataisha Chandler. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, how are you, honey? Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, no problem. So please tell me a little about yourself. Let's dive right in.
Okay, well, I'm 48 years old. I'm a mother of six, and I'm a grandmother of nine.
Wait. You
Yeah.
look amazing. Wow. Okay. Go ahead. I'm
Yep.
listening.
So, the whole thing that I used to work in the medical field. I did that for 16 years. The
Okay.
only reason why I started this business is because I had a sister,
Mm-hmm.
Latoya Faye,
Mm-hmm.
and she passed away of breast cancer. So
Mm.
I had to do something with that pain. I couldn't
Right.
just I couldn't just sit there. She had a daughter. Her daughter had just had a little boy. So she left a lot here. So I
Yeah.
needed to do something more legacy wise. So it's profit, of course. Everybody want to make money, but it's a purpose to my thing. My thing
Yes.
is to have my sister have a legacy for her, have a legacy for my all of my grandkids. I got 9 of them, so I got to leave them something.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. That's first of all, let me just say I'm sorry. Let's just start there.
Yeah,
I really am sorry, but I feel like what you're doing is a beautiful thing. So that was like the driving force behind it. And
it
then
was. It was.
and then how else did you navigate through that pain besides starting the business if you want to continue on that path?
So what I'm gonna do is once I get myself big, like I'm gonna be, because I'm gonna be a household name, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be doing a lot of donation, a lot of community volunteering work for the Breast Cancer Association.
Mm-hmm.
Try to help out the caretakers.
Right.
Try to help, the caretakers, because we was one, me and my mom was one. So
Mm.
it was really, really hard. So I want to help. I want to be able to help with whatever I can help with. So that's really
Right.
what this drive is about. It's about a legacy. It's a purpose. It's
Yes.
a passion and a
Yes.
purpose. Yep.
And also talk to me about your kids. Like what are their ages?
Okay. So you said my children.
Yes, yes.
Okay, my oldest is because I got six. So I got five daughters and I got one son,
Oh my
and,
goodness.
and they're in the ages. My oldest is 33, and my youngest will be 20 in January.
Wow.
So all up between there, I did them like every 2 years.
They're like, so what's the terminology my mom used to say? Stair steps.
Yep, they
Oh
was.
my goodness. And how,
Yep.
how did you manage that? Like just being a mom of multiple children at
Oh
once.
my
I
God.
know.
God, my mother,
God. Yes.
God, and my mother being so spiritual and keeping me encouraged and letting me know you're a great mom. You're doing, and I was a young mom, so it was the spirit. It was God.
Oh my
It was
gosh, you're
God that
touching my
helped me
heart.
through that. Seriously. And I did a great job. All my kids are healthy. All
Yes.
my kids, nobody been in jail. If nobody's sick, so I'm blessed. I'm definitely, and I love my grandkids, so I'm blessed.
You love your grandkids? I
Absolutely. I just got finished with them like an hour or two ago, so that's why I look like I'm worn out because yeah, they wear me out. I got to set
You
it
do
to
not look worn out. Stop it. You look great. Knock it off. I swear, like it's okay for moms to have their down days, but you look good.
Yes.
Don't say that.
So that's the purpose of the business. So
Yeah.
after I retired early, I retired at 45.
You retired at 45.
Yeah, I retired from. I worked at the
Wow.
hospital for 16 years in endocrinology for pediatrics. So I love children,
Of
of
course,
course.
yes.
And I did that for a long time. But like I said, when she passed away, I was so hurt. I was changing too many positions. And I'm such a stable person.
Uh-huh.
So it was just like trying to do something else different so I could feel different. And it wasn't
Yeah.
working. So I prayed about it. I fasted about it. I talked to God for months, at least about
Amen.
9 months before I told my kids, I think I'm gonna retire and start this business. And that's
And
what I did. And I'm by myself. I'm independent.
mm-hmm.
Um, within the first 90 days of me opening, I opened in July 2021.
Uh-huh.
I say by October I was in Walmart, Amazon. I had a couple of spots with the pastors in my local community.
Yeah.
I was on the local news here. I've just been doing a lot of things by myself.
By yourself. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. And
Yep.
did did you see yourself starting it by yourself? Did you want to have a team, or did you want to go full-fledged independent? And are your kids involved in the business at all to a certain
No,
degree?
no,
No?
they wanted to let me do this by myself. They all work, they all got their own independent lives, of course,
Hmm.
but they do support me.
Nice.
Um, they wanted me to do this for myself because I retired. So they're like, well, you need something to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I got that done. I think the hardest part was not working because I've been working all my life, and that was the hardest part.
Yeah.
But I got over that. I got over that when I started meeting new people,
Yes.
when I started learning new things, and
Hmm.
when I wanted to do, of course, I want a team,
Yes.
but I had to learn it myself individually.
Right,
So I
right.
could start managing and leading other people. I had to make sure I'm right, me and
Hmm.
God on the same page. So when we grab
Yes.
people, they on the same level as me.
Absolutely. You lean on your faith a lot.
I
And
do. I love God.
I do too. So, and I feel it, I can feel it. Like it's you're penetrating my heart right now. You really are.
I
I
do.
love that, because I feel like, nothing's possible without him.
Nothing, nothing. Always say this is not my business. He just trusted me enough to run it.
I
It's
love
his
that.
business. So, and I'm going to do the best I can. So, I sell roasted coffees.
Mhm.
I sell whole bean coffees.
Nice. Okay.
Oh my God, girl, probably about 25 to 30 flavors from all over the world.
30 flavors. And
Yeah.
what's your biggest seller, if you don't mind me asking?
A lot of people like my turtle because it tastes like the turtle candy that you buy. You remember the turtle candies
I
from
do remember the
the
turtle
yeah.
candies.
So I got a coffee like that. I just recently got a coffee, pecan pie. And see
Pecan pie.
what makes my different is these are not exclusive flavors. It's something that you can get every day if you want it. It's not
Exactly.
just,
Yeah.
it's not like a holiday
Yeah.
every day.
I
So
I swear I've never heard of coffee with those different names.
yeah, I got candy cane. I got so many. So many. I sent
Oh,
some there. I
yeah.
did send some there. So hopefully he find out what happened. I sent you guys some. I hope you guys like. I know you will. You
I,
will.
I'm sure I will. I'll be honest with you. I have not had coffee in about 10 years. I have not, and I'm totally not against it. I just haven't had it. So I'm excited to try yours. If you could be the first one to get me back on it, to be honest with you.
Right. You will. It's some good coffee. I sent you some Brazilian Santos.
Brazilian.
That's so good. I'm everywhere. I got Asian coffee.
Hmm.
Oh my God. I got I'm all over the place.
Well, I'll say this first. God bless your business, and I feel like what you're doing and your purpose behind it is absolutely amazing. So I'm definitely gonna
Thank
put that
you.
good
Thank you.
energy on you, because we all need it,
Thank you so
especially
much.
mother to mother. You're welcome. Not a problem. I wanted to jump back for a little bit. You said that you had your children very young. How old were you when you first
When
had
I
your
first
baby?
had my first daughter, me and her are 15 years apart. I was 15 years
You
old.
were 15. Okay.
Yeah.
And
And
I know that changed you. So in what way did it affect you?
it made me stable. It
Stable.
made me, I didn't go out because I was a mommy. You know, I didn't go out because I didn't want to go out. I wanted to be with my kids. I was a different mother. I was hands on with
At
my kids.
15 years old, you jumped right into motherhood.
I just jumped right into it. Because I had already
Wow.
been taking care of my sister. I had
Okay.
already been
Yeah.
taking care of my sister, growing up. So I already had that nurturing vibe already
Yeah.
taking care of her. So it was easy. Then it was my babies and they was loving me back. Yeah, that was
Wow.
easy. That was
So
easy to be a mom.
wow. So you weren't I'm surprised that you saying that at 15 years old, because you never hear that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you
I,
weren't like afraid at all or anything like
yeah.
that?
I was really, really blessed to
Mm.
have parents that understood. They were by my side. They didn't
They were.
criticize me. They didn't make me
Mhm.
feel like I was the worst person in the world.
That's
They
important.
encouraged me to, you made a mistake. You're gonna take
Mhm.
care of it. And I just did the best to try to prove to myself and my parents,
Yes.
you know, thank you for, believing in me. And
You're strong.
yeah,
That's what it is. You're
yeah.
you're strong. I can literally see it. I can sense it in you. That's exactly what it is. So how old were you when you had your next baby?
I was 17.
Oh, so they really are
They like
2
2
years
years
apart,
apart.
back to
Yeah,
back. Wow.
The first three of them are 2 years apart, all of them.
And
So
did you feel like you were
I was
ready?
15, 17, and 19.
15,
Then I
17, and
stopped for a
19.
minute. I stopped for a minute, went to school, got my life
Yeah.
together, stuff like that. And then I had my son, which was like
Mm.
amazing because I had these three girls already.
Yeah.
So I was really in mommy mode then. So he was like oh my God. And then, I got married. So a lot of things happened. And then I had my last two babies in that time frame. I think I was like 27 when I had my last baby.
Oh
27,
wow. So you
30.
so you started early and then you finished early. You just got it
Yeah, I'm
out the way.
done. I'm
She
done.
she said you said that with such confidence. I'm done. I'm done. It's
Yes,
all about me
I'm
now.
done.
Are
I'm
any of your
done.
kids do any of your kids have their own businesses as well?
Well, they now since I have did this, whatever was in them, maybe they seen something in me.
Mm-hmm.
So now all of them are saying, you know what, I can do that too. Yeah, you can do that. We can put it all on the umbrella. We can make a corporation. We can do it.
We can make a corporation. I love
Yeah,
that.
we can do it. So yeah, they have been starting it. They haven't done it yet, but a lot of them are in. One of my daughters is going to culinary school. My youngest
Beautiful.
daughter is in Michigan State. She's a sophomore, so she's
Wonderful.
trying to be an engineer.
I love
Um,
that.
my son, he works, he does his thing, no children. He don't even want to know got kids. And my last three don't have kids. All these come
Okay.
from the first three.
Okay.
And everybody else work and got their homes and take care of their babies. Yeah.
You set an amazing example for your children. So that's good. They get that from you.
Yeah.
And you said you were married before. Are you still married? If you don't mind me
No,
asking? No?
no, no.
How did your kids transition with that? Because I know that takes a toll on children sometime, not all, some.
I'm gonna keep giving God the glory. I really, really am gonna keep giving God the glory
That's
because
right.
me and him were friends before we got married, and we were friends after we divorced. It was very mutual.
Wow.
Um, he ended up remarrying. She is the best thing that could happen to my children. We are good friends. I mean, the transition was easy because
Mm-hmm.
we wasn't bickering and fighting. So they actually got a bonus mom out of it. So they were good. It ended up being good. Just mature adults.
Yes.
We didn't have anything else going on. So he told me about her before he got with her. All of that. We really was grown over here.
I love that term bonus mom. I've never been a
Yeah.
fan of the term step.
Yeah.
I
We
just
didn't want
feel
to put our
like
kids through that.
exactly. So bonus mother, and then you got mommy and daddy that gets along. So it's like a little village that's just dealing with all the kids together. And your kids took to her, excuse me, very well.
And they love her.
And they
And
love
I
her.
love her.
And you
So
love her. That's even better.
right. Right.
One
So
big happy family.
they're good. We really are. Her kids, I love her kids.
Yeah.
One big happy family. Yeah.
Wow. So, if you don't mind me asking, did you date after that? I'm only asking because I know when you have children, it's hard to dive into that world. So that's why I'm asking.
I didn't for a long time because
How come?
I really wasn't I was really focused on my kids and making sure they was solid.
Mm-hmm.
A long time. I didn't want them seeing me going all the time and where mom at and all this mess. I didn't want them to see that. I wanted to see that I was strong about it,
Yes.
that I handled it. I wanted them to see how I handled it.
Okay.
And I did that. So I put me on the back burner for a long time.
You put you on the back burner.
I
Mothers do
did.
that all the time. Don't we though?
Yeah.
And it's
I
like,
did.
what about us?
I
Hmm.
graciously did.
Graciously. Okay.
I graciously put myself on the back burner because they were my children and I wanted to make
Absolutely.
sure they were fine. So good.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Great. I love that term. I have to dive into that a little more. For mothers who aren't probably familiar with that, what do you consider graciously putting yourself on the back burner? How do you go about that? How do you even get in the headspace to put yourself on the back burner? Because that's a tug of war in your mind. Because you
Right.
want to
It
put
is.
yourself first, you know?
It is. And especially as a grandmother,
Yes.
I put myself on the back burner because I want to make sure the same rock that their mothers came from, that they chip off of that same thing. So I try to instill the same thing in them.
Mm.
So I kind of still do it, but not so much because I have the help of them. You got parents.
Yeah.
still want to give them the roots and the
Mm-hmm.
legacy, because
Mm-hmm.
I want great grandkids who didn't even know who I look like, what I look like, never met me, to know who I was.
I said that earlier today when I was talking to my friend. That's really important to leave
Yeah,
behind a strong, positive foundation, a good legacy. My grandma used to say, coming from good stock. You know what I mean?
right.
Super
Yep.
important. That's beautiful. And I think you're on the right path 100%.
I hope so. I'm praying every day about it, girl.
You are. Like, we're going to touch and agree on that. You're doing great. You have to be patient with yourself and also just keep reminding yourself every day, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing the best I
Yes.
can. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a
Yep.
lot of times, especially as moms, we get so fixated on, I got to do this with the kids, got to do that with the kids. I got to worry about this one and that one. We constantly forget to be like,
Right.
you're doing good. You're
And
right
then as a
there.
mom, as a mom, you have to work, and then you have to grieve.
Yes.
You have to do so much, and you can't let them see you break down. You want to set an example. So it's very hard. But meditation and prayer, I'm telling you guys, that's what will do it. It will feed you.
Yes, prayer does change things. I
Yes,
would
it will
never I would
feed
never say
you.
it doesn't. Even with everything that I recently gone through, I know for a fact I wouldn't have got through it without the blood of Jesus on my life. I'm a firm believer. I come from that. My grandmother was a
Yeah,
praying woman. My mom was a praying woman. So I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. I do.
yeah.
I wanted to know, what's your next step for your coffee business? Like, where do you see it going in
Okay.
the next 5 years?
Oh
I'm
my
so
God,
curious.
5 years, because my mind is like so big. I don't think small. I'm
Okay, 10 years, 20 years.
So in 5 years, I know I want to be a full-blown corporation. I want to umbrella some of my kids' company.
Yes.
If not my kids' company, I want to invest in other small companies. I'm
Yes.
actually doing a brunch in a couple of months that highlights other small businesses. I'm going
Okay.
to bring them in so they can showcase their businesses, because I don't want to I'm not, you get a blessing, you pass it on.
You get a blessing, you pass it
I'm not a
on.
hoarder. No.
You're not a hoarder. No, no. We don't gatekeep over
We don't
here.
do that.
I
You
like to
know,
expand the blessings to
I
everyone.
love to
Mhm.
see people win.
Yes.
Love to see people win. So I'm doing that. Um, oh my God, I got so many things in my mind I can do, but that's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start doing a lot more charity work,
Charity work.
because I want to help my city, of course, and then go out. I'm trying to put a cafe at least in four corners of this country.
A cafe in four corners
Yeah.
of this country.
Yes, I want Midwest,
Hmm.
South, East, West.
Well, you said it, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I've been talking to him about it.
Do you write down? Do you write down the things that
I
you
do. I
usually?
have a vision board, and
A vision board. Yes.
I change it, and then so I have a lot of them, and so when I think of something, I just write it.
You just write it immediately. He just talks to you, right? He's like, get up and write it. That's how he is with me too.
Yeah,
And the vision board, you wrote one obviously for the coffee shop, I'm assuming.
yeah. I did that probably 3 years ago when I first started. Where I wanted to be at, and the funny thing is, I was thinking small then.
Okay.
The stuff that I got into so far, I wouldn't even imagine getting into it.
It's
So I
always
was the
like
people
that.
that I met. I didn't ask for this, so what I asked for, he gave me better, like a step up. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't need that little shop I wanted. I prayed for so hard, because you didn't want me just to elevate in one area. You wanted me to do a lot. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to do a lot of brunches for my city, and then try to
Nice.
get them outside of the city,
Yes.
because I'm doing a lot of catering. I do
Catering. Okay.
coffee catering in my local area.
Mm.
Um, I got a lot of people who's trying to help me. I got a friend of mine who has a chain of hotels, and we're gonna try to get my coffee in there.
Your coffee and hotels.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm trying to do everything. I'm calling barbershops, beauty salons. If I buy the coffee machine, like the vending machine, can you
The
put it?
vending machine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do everything.
You honestly, you do have a broad way of thinking, but that's good. Why think small if you see something bigger for your life?
Right. And I was thinking small, because my vision board was small. I was like, what? I didn't ask for he gave me so much more than what I asked for. I also been accepted for entrepreneur talk show. It's like a reality show.
An entrepreneur talk show?
Yeah, it's called Beta Blocks. Um,
Beautiful.
you stay about 7 days. You pitch your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And me, that's a big step for me because I don't really like talking in front of a lot of people. But God told me you
Really?
got to bridge out,
You
honey.
have to branch out. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper
Right.
you and give you hope in the future.
And I told him I
Absolutely.
wanted to travel. He didn't tell me I was going to be traveling to do
Does he ever tell you though? He never
no.
tells you. Like he just gives you the vision and then you just walk in faith on it. And I think that's what it's all about. You just have to have faith.
But
You
I
have to
definitely,
have crazy faith though.
right. But I definitely keep you guys posted about it because
Yes.
it's 7 days.
Hmm.
I probably can win $50,000. I want to win, but my whole experience, that's what I'm going for.
Yes.
I'm going to like sponge off of these minds of these entrepreneurs that's going to be here. They million
Hmm.
dollar, some is startup, some are $1 million. I want to be in them groups. He said
And
he'll
you
put you in rooms
will.
you weren't supposed to be in.
Yes, the
I
Bible
want to
does
be
say
there.
that. And I can honestly say you will be there. Like the Bible says, you may not know now what I'm doing, but later on you'll understand. So if
Right.
it's written in the scripture, it has to come to life. You know what
It
I
will.
mean? It
It will.
will. So you
And I'm
just
gonna
keep
let you guys know the whole time.
Yes, let us know the whole time. Parental Vision will be happy to tap in into the journey. Absolutely. Because we're rooting for moms, we're rooting for dads. We want us all to win. We want all of our
Really.
lives to change for the
Seriously.
better.
I want
Anyway,
everybody to win.
yeah, in any way we can help, we'll be
Yeah.
happy to. So I definitely appreciate you for sharing that part of your journey. But I did want to ask you, as far as your children are concerned,
Mhm.
did you want them to go into their own businesses or did you want them to just do what they wanted to do? Because sometimes parents want to have their kids' lives mapped out to the T. What's your take on that?
when when I started my business, I initially thought it'd be super cool if we all like individually started a business. I did
Right.
think that I didn't take that to them,
Mm-hmm.
but I did manifest that already. So when
Yes.
you start seeing what I was doing,
Mm-hmm.
because I do everything, I do my own videos, I do everything by myself. So when they
Wow.
start seeing me stand up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, editing and doing stuff like that, they were interested, like I should do that. I don't
Right.
know if they're gonna do it, but at least I'm showing them it's a different way. You don't always have to work for somebody.
Oh,
That was my main goal.
you didn't want to work for anybody anymore.
To be honest, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But to be really perfectly honest about the last question, it was more so what the little kids thought, my grandkids,
Your
because they the
grandkids.
ones. My older kids, they grown, they set in their ways or whatever. So I don't expect them to be like, okay, I might do this.
Right.
Grandkids, I started noticing that they want to do lemonade stands
Uh-huh.
and they want to sell lip gloss. And they, I started noticing that they wanted to
Yeah.
start doing that. So I started trying to include them in like jingles for my
Oh,
coffee and stuff like that. So I'm trying to make it a family business, even if it's
yes.
just me and my grandkids.
Even if it's just you and your grandkids. Let's skip the kids and I'll just do this for my
Right.
grandbabies.
They can come along for the ride, but if they're
Yeah.
not, because they own individuality,
Yeah.
when they kids when they were their kids age, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was working exactly what they're doing.
Exactly.
So they seeing what they was already modeled to see, working,
Mm-hmm.
coming home, take care of kids. They didn't see me trying to do a business at
Right.
17. So they don't have that mentality. But these little babies, they seeing me like, okay,
Yeah. And they're grasping on it.
early. Get them
Okay.
by the early.
Get them while they're early. Exactly. That's the best time to do it. They say like the most impressionable age is between 0 to 7. So if you can catch
Right.
them between that's perfect. You're on the money right there.
And that's 7 of mine. So two of them are almost one of them is 13. My
Uh-huh.
oldest grandson is 13.
Mm-hmm.
And my other grandson, he's 11. He'll be 12. But the rest of them is in that age group. So them the ones that be like, Face Coffee Cafe.
They sing the jingle. I love that. That's so cute. I have to see that. You're gonna have to send me a video on Facebook or something. I
I
want to see them
will.
singing the jingle.
I will. You're gonna laugh so hard, girl.
I bet.
Yeah, I said of twins and they do it together.
Twins.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's too cute. That's gonna go far too. I swear the internet's gonna love that when you put it
Yeah.
out there. I wanted to know, how is the way your kids raise their kids? How is their parenting styles different from yours?
To me, their parenting style different from mine because they go out.
Oh, yeah.
They
You said
good.
you
They
didn't go
good for that.
out.
They go out. You know, I did. My mom, she watched my kids, but I made a choice. I didn't want her to watch my kids. I wanted to watch my own kids. They make their own decision. Like, you know, they go out. They do more things. They more free
Oh,
in they parenting than I was. And
okay.
that's by choice because I could have done the things that they doing, but I just didn't want to. So that
You
was by
didn't want
choice.
to.
And hopefully when they get older, they'll calm down. You know, they don't go out all the time, but they
Yeah.
don't. That's the only difference
Mm-hmm.
between me and they parents. Other than that, I see a lot of me in
You do.
everything they do. I do. I see a lot of me, and I just laugh. I just laugh
You see a lot of you in what way though? Like what's one of the character traits that jump out at you when you see your kids raising their kids?
like bath time, like
Oh,
how I go in there with my children. I used to go in there with my kids, the
yeah.
singing. I used to do
Yes.
this. Some of the old songs that I used to sing them, they sing to their kids. So
Really?
I could see a lot of the what they how they fix their food, how they cook. I could see
Yeah.
the whole routine of what I did.
And how does that make you feel? I know that's like a full circle moment for you, right? It probably makes you feel warm
Right.
inside.
It makes me want to go harder at my business so I can make sure they don't have to struggle. They can just
Yes.
win.
Yes. That's
They can just
beautiful.
win. That's the only thing I'm trying to do. I'm not even doing it for. I mean, I probably see some of it.
Hmm.
But my thought is longevity. I'm trying to
Longevity,
make
yeah.
it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make it a household name that they're gonna have to take over and run. That's what I'm trying to do.
And that's what you're going to do. You're not even
Yeah.
trying. You're literally doing it. I feel like a part of me found my purpose. I think my purpose is to speak life into as many women as possible because there's so many
Yeah.
of us that are like, I'm doing okay. No, you're doing phenomenal. You're doing great. You're doing
Yeah.
amazing. Like, and that's not a
We
cliche. I
don't
really
give
mean
we don't
that.
give it we don't give
We don't give each
ourselves
other
enough
enough
credit.
credit.
We don't.
Yeah.
We
And
don't
you
because
have
we're so
to.
strong.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We don't give ourselves enough credit and we should because it's hard.
It's very
And
hard.
if you did one thing, you should be so happy because you know you can do another thing. That's what I do.
Yes, exactly.
I do.
I just
I,
try for one more day. It's like I did great today, so I'm gonna try to be great one more day. I was great
right.
today again, so I'm gonna do it one more day. I just do the one more day method, and it works for me. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm not, but both days I
Right.
made it through. So a win's a win.
Right. And them be the most gracious days. The days you just made
Yes.
it through, you be like, "Woo, Lord, thank you."
Thank you, Jesus.
I didn't even know I was this
I
tired.
didn't know exactly. I didn't know I was this strong. I didn't know I was this
Yeah.
resilient. And
Yeah.
it brings out the gems that's deep inside of you. And you
Yeah.
need to be under that pressure to bring those diamonds out. So honestly, even on the bad days, I'm grateful for those too.
Absolutely.
A hundred
Absolutely.
percent. I did
Absolutely.
have I did have one more question for you
Okay.
before we wrap. And I really, first of all, I enjoyed talking to you. Let me just put that
I'm
out there
trying
for
talking to
one.
you like I've been
You
knowing you
did. Like you've
forever.
been knowing me forever. Thank
Like we
you
can
so
old girlfriend
much.
just talking.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I love that. I wanted to know, what are 5 things that makes a great mom?
A great mom.
Yep, to you. In your opinion, it could be anything.
Communication with your children. Stop thinking that
Yes.
you know everything because
Yes.
you don't.
Right.
Start talking to your children because we're not too old to learn nothing.
Yes.
Second, have compassion for your kid. They grown. You was their age already. They never been your age. So have some compassion for them. They going
Yes.
through some stuff.
Right.
And you might and the third one, don't try to put what you would do on them.
Yeah,
Because that's so much pressure. Try to
absolutely.
see what they doing and just help them do that.
And help them do that.
You see what I'm saying?
I
Instead of saying,
understand.
I would have did this, just help them do that. You ain't gotta pressure them because then they gonna blow up and come to you anyway.
Exactly. It's true. Even though they come from us, we don't have to make them be like us.
Never give up on your kids.
Never.
Never, I
Never.
don't care what they doing. I don't care
Mhm.
how they is. You keep them in rare. You keep them protected from the top of their head to the bottom of their feet, even if they
Yes,
make you
Lord.
sick.
Absolutely. In the name of Jesus. I agree. That was going to be the last thing I was going to say in prayer. You pray for your children. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make sure. And you know what's important?
Go ahead. I'm
Family
listening.
time.
Yes.
Try to get y'all some family time with y'all kids. When you sit around with your kids after you leave, you be so grateful. You be like, okay. When you get
Yeah.
you start noticing when you got everybody in the room, like, oh, I had all my kids here today.
Yeah.
Now, that's a good feeling. So spend more time with your family. You know, time is borrowed.
Yes. Time is definitely borrowed and we all got to
Yeah,
go one
so
day.
spend more
So
time.
absolutely.
I got a ton of it, but them the 5 I got for y'all.
Well, that's okay. Whenever we get off and whenever we connect again, you can drop more gems on me. I'm always
I
looking to
sure
other
will.
mothers for advice. I'm a mom myself. I have one baby though. She's 10. You know, hopefully when the time is right, the Lord will bless me with more, but I'm always looking for advice and gems and different standpoints on motherhood. So we will
Absolutely.
talk again. I promise we will.
Absolutely. And I'm a pro at it, so just let me know.
I definitely will. I'll DM you. I promise. It was
Guys,
such a
thank you so
pleasure.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I really appreciate
so
it.
much. This was so fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. And just one more time for the people out there, say the name of your coffee business so they can look you up.
Absolutely, you guys. It's Fays. That's FAYES Coffee
Mm-hmm.
Cafe.
Uh-huh.
I got the whole website, FaysCoffeeCafe.com. You can go to Walmart. You can
Yes.
go to Amazon. You can go to eBay, Pinterest. I'm
She's
everywhere.
everywhere. You hear that? She's everywhere, people.
Yep, and you won't
Beautiful.
be disappointed. The coffee is really, really good because it's done with integrity and
Uh-huh.
more. And it's not my company, but I'm trusted enough to run it. So,
Listen, it will be. That's it.
right,
We touched and
right.
agreed on it, and now it's up to God. It will be,
That's
okay?
right. That's right. So
Well,
I thank
again,
you guys so much.
absolutely anytime. And thank you, everyone out there. That's a wrap with Parental Vision Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Tiana. Until next time, bye.